Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at part 1 of K-pop fans have their own culture. Wow. So let me ask you, Shane, do you listen to K-pop, Korean pop music?
I have to admit that I know nothing about K-pop, except that I know that, like, for example, I know Blackpink.
Okay, yes.
But I don't really know their music. I just see them everywhere. Like a lot of times they will like cooperate with like, like Coke or like some candy bars or some. They're everywhere. They're making so much money.
You are right. They're not only famous in Korea, but they're famous worldwide.
Everywhere. I went to Thailand recently and you see Blackpink everywhere.
I know. So I think it's pretty amazing. And just a couple of months ago, one of the members from Blackpink, I think it's Rosé, and she did a collaboration with Bruno Mars. I really like Bruno Mars, and it's called APT, and it's so cute. Have you ever heard of it? It goes, 아파트, 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 아파트. You don't know it.
That's not even real words.
No, that's like apartment in English.
In English, aputsu is English?
No. Okay, so it means apartment in English.
Oh, it's Korean.
Yes, it's Korean, but it means apartment.
Okay, so I have the feeling a lot of K-pop like fans, right? They probably don't even understand what they're listening to because a lot of it is in Korean, right? But they do sing a lot in English as well.
Exactly.
Okay, let's get into today's lesson and find out all about the culture of K-pop fans.
All right.
Fans admire people like movie and sports stars. However, there are no bigger fans in the world than K-pop fans. In fact, they're part of an even bigger fan culture. Just like ordinary fans, K-pop fans buy their stars' albums, watch their music videos, and go to their concerts. That's not all. K-pop fans support their stars over the internet and create fan clubs.
So we're looking at part 1 of K-pop fans have their own culture. Now, like we mentioned before, now K-pop is popular worldwide, right?
Yeah, everywhere. And they definitely have their own culture. We'll say these fans, they have like fan clubs, and they really, really take it seriously.
That's right.
So let's look at the article. Fans admire people like movie and sports stars. Well, of course, right? Do you have any favorite like movie stars? Like, are you a fan of a movie star?
Well, I like watching movies, but I'm not exactly like a huge fan of a particular actor or actress. How about you?
I like The Rock.
Oh, okay.
Because I think he's like, he looks really cool because he's so strong, and then he's also really funny. So I really admire his ability to go from like a wrestler, professional wrestler, then to a movie star. And then to be such a good actor, I really admire that. So
and I think it's very inspiring, right?
Yeah, so when you say that you admire somebody or something, it means to respect somebody or something for what they have done, or you respect their qualities. So, for example, I could say, I admire Karen's teaching ability.
Aw, that is such a sweet thing to say. Thank you.
What do you admire about me, Karen?
Oh, so this is where it's going.
This is where it's going. What do you
Okay, I guess I admire your sense of humor.
My sense of humor. Okay. Yeah, I asked my wife recently, does she like my sense of humor?
And what did she say?
I asked her, do you think I'm funny? And she said, not really.
Really?
So I think maybe she just doesn't get my sense of humor. She thinks she's funnier than me, but that's definitely not true.
Or maybe because you tell her the same jokes all the time.
Well, yeah, I don't tell jokes, I'm just silly.
Okay,
let's continue.
Let's continue. However, there are no bigger fans in the world than K-pop fans.
That is so true. K-pop fans are crazy, and it's just everywhere.
That's right. In fact, they're part of an even bigger fan culture. Wow, so they're part of an even bigger fan culture that we've ever seen before, right?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, have you ever been a fan of like some kind of music? Like we're talking about K-pop, but have you been a fan of rock music or maybe J-pop?
Okay.
That'd be Japanese pop. So K-pop we know is Korean pop, right? So J-pop was Japanese pop. That was before K-pop.
That's right.
Did you ever listen to any J-pop or no?
Not really.
So you're not really you like music, but you've never been a really big fan.
That's right.
Okay, so continuing. Just like ordinary fans, K-pop fans buy their stars' albums, watch their music videos, and go to their concerts.
That's what usually fans do if you like an artist, right? You listen to their music, of course you watch their music videos, probably many, many times, and then you would go to their concerts.
So if we're talking about an ordinary fan, I would definitely say that I have been an ordinary fan of lots of different music because I've bought their albums, maybe bought even some of their clothing. I've gone to their concerts. So ordinary just means not unusual or different in any way. So I'm definitely an ordinary fan of many bands. So an example sentence for ordinary is yesterday was a very ordinary day.
That means it was like a normal day. Nothing different about yesterday, right?
Yes, nothing unusual, just a normal day.
Okay, and we're also looking at this word here, album, and that is a noun. But we're referring to like a music album because it can also mean like a photo album, right?
That's true.
But we are talking about music albums. So an album is a collection of songs that is available for download or as a CD or record.
Whoa.
You can also refer to the CD or record as an album. So for example, you can say, she played a track from the group's latest album. So played a track means played a song.
Right, they call them tracks.
That's right.
Especially,
track 1, track 2.
Especially when we're talking about downloading music or getting music streaming, we will call them tracks. Okay, and concert, right, is just a public performance of music. So, for example, you can say, I haven't been to a concert in a few years, but I would really like to go to one soon. When was the last time you went to a music concert?
Well, I would have to say maybe like 10 years ago.
Ooh, about 10 years ago?
How about you? When was the last time you went to a concert?
Probably like 8 years ago.
Really?
I went to see Ame.
I went to see Ame too.
Wait, 10 years ago?
About 10 years ago.
Whoa, wow.
Because I'm a fan of Ame.
Okay, yeah, I guess, well, my wife is a really big fan, so...
I know most of her songs.
I don't.
Okay, let's continue. That's not all. K-pop fans support their stars over the internet and create fan clubs. Oh, they support their stars. So what does it mean to support? Usually it means to agree with or give encouragement to someone or something because you want him or her or it to succeed.
So here it would be like the band.
That's right.
Or the musicians in the band.
You want them to do really, really well. So you want to provide your support. You want to support them. So for example, you can say, I support my friend wanting to study abroad.
Okay, all right. Well, why don't we take a short break and we'll come back and learn a little bit more.
All right.
Some of the clubs become fan cafes. K-pop fans come together in these internet communities. They talk about their stars as well as share photos, news, and more.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were talking about these K-pop fans and how they have their own culture. And then you know how we know that if you're a fan of an actor or actress, of course, or an artist, of course, you want to watch their videos or you want to listen to their songs or go to their concerts. But that's not all the K-pop fans do. They would actually go on the internet and start their own fan clubs.
Ah, okay. So let's continue the reading. Some of the clubs become fan cafes. Wow, so you can go like to a cafe and the fans will all come together and talk about their favorite K-pop stars. That sounds pretty interesting. So K-pop fans come together in these internet communities. So they meet maybe in these internet communities and they set up a time and they say, we're going to go to this cafe and then and just talk about our favorite stars and celebrate them.
That's right. Well, you talked about internet community, but what's a community?
A community is all the people who live in a particular area or country, etc., when talked about as a group. But it could also just mean a group of people that come together just like for here, like on the internet. And so you don't actually have to live there together, but if you think of the internet as a place, they all come together in this place, like in the chat room or, you know, some kind of a website or something. So for example, I can say, I volunteer with a community of people who love animals.
Okay, so it could be also like a community of people who share the common interests.
A common interest, right?
Oh, okay. Well, they talk about their stars as well as share photos, news, and more. But I guess it's a really good way to make friends. I mean, if you meet somebody who share the same interests and passion as you, of course you would have a lot to talk about.
I mean, it does sound pretty fun, you know? I mean, although I'm not a K-pop fan, I could definitely imagine that getting together with people who also love the same group as you, and you can come together and talk about it. It's just people who are just like you. That's really fun.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for part 1, but we will see you in part 2.
That's right, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Peace. Bye-bye. Peace. Bye-bye.
Fans admire people like movie and sports stars. However, there are no bigger fans in the world than K-pop fans. In fact, they're part of an even bigger fan culture. Just like ordinary fans, K-pop fans buy their stars' albums, watch their music videos, and go to their concerts. That's not all. K-pop fans support their stars over the internet and create fan clubs. Some of the clubs become fan cafes. K-pop fans come together in these internet communities. They talk about their stars as well as share photos, news, and more.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 admire 动词欣赏。 Jada admires that actor very much. Jada 非常欣赏那位演员。下一个单字 ordinary 形容词，一般的，普通的。Mike is an ordinary person who enjoys reading books in his free time. Mike 是一个普通人，闲暇时喜欢读书。下一个单字 album 名词，专辑。The band is working on their latest album. 这个乐团正在制作他们的最新专辑。最后一个单字 support 动词，支持。Jenny's parents support her decision to move abroad. Jenny 的父母支持她搬到国外的决定。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 There is no 加上形容词比较级加上 A than B， 没有比 B 更怎么样的 A， 这是一个形容词比较级的用法。通常单音节的形容词会在字尾加上 er 形成比较级，那么多音节呢就会用 more 来加上形容词来表示。我们来看看这个例句 There is no faster runner than Ken， 没有比 Ken 跑得更快的选手。下一个文法 In fact 事实上，其实 Fact 指的是事实，真相。我们来看看这个例句Gina has many fans. In fact, she is the best singer in the group. Gina 有很多粉丝，事实上她是这个团体中最好的歌手。最后一个文法 come together 相聚，聚集。我们来看看这个例句 We come together every year to celebrate the holiday. 我们每年聚集在一起庆祝这个节日。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie, and I also have to get going because I am just busy as a bee. I have a lot of homework.
Oh, looks like we have to work on some phrases. Let's go. It's time to work on some phrases. The first one is 知晓,掌握状况. So which one do you think it is?
I think it's in the loop.
In the loop.
In the loop. In the loop. In the loop.
I'm not sure, but maybe in the loop.
In the loop? Well, you guessed correctly. Very good. In the loop. Okay, but what about?
提交讨论中.
On the table. On the table.
On the table.
On the table. On the table. On the table.
Okay. Why not on the chair?
Yeah.
When you are discussing with others, you have to discuss it on the table.
But you can also discuss it on the chair.
You're sitting on the chair.
Yeah.
What do you think? What is your answer?
What does your heart tell you?
On the table.
Good thing you didn't listen to me. Ding, ding, ding. On the table. What did we learn today?
We learned a lot of new phrases today. Let's check them out. The first one is in the loop. This phrase means to be fully informed about something or to actively participate in a discussion or the process of something. Now, this phrase came from the world of aviation. Pilots had to fly in a loop formation, and they needed to keep precise coordinates to avoid hitting each other. So, being in the loop meant that you were a part of the group that is following and aware of the same plan. An example sentence is, make sure you follow our social media accounts to stay in the loop. The next phrase is on the table. It means to put something or make something available or to put forward for discussion or consideration. The phrase basically comes from the literal idea of laying things out on the table for a group of people to talk about. It can also have the meaning of a topic or a decision that has been put aside for future discussions. An example sentence would be, there are 2 designs for the new library on the table. And that's all for today. Kiwi later.